Um, Hello everyone, good evening. So here we shall solve some more KCET previous year questions on the chapter complex numbers and quadratic equations. If you have any doubts regarding any question or its solution, then please write us in the comment section. And if you feel that you have more difficulty in any of the chapters of maths, then also please mention the name of that chapter in the comments section so that we can give more clarity on it and solve more and more questions on that chapter. Also, homeworks on every chapter will also be uploaded in the Sapience Education application. So please install our Sapience Education application, whose link has been provided in the description. So here we shall start with the very first question. Sorry, one second. So we shall solve with the very first question here. So question number 1, here it is told that if alpha, beta and gamma are the roots of x cube minus 8x plus 8, that is equal to 0, then we have to find summation alpha square. It means alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, that we have to find. And we have to find the value of summation 1 by alpha beta. It means we have to find 1 by alpha beta plus 1 by beta gamma plus 1 by gamma alpha. So now here we can say that this is x cube plus 0 into x square minus 8 into x plus 8, that is equal to 0. So it means sum of the roots, that is equal to 0 here, and product of the roots taken 2 at a time means alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, that is equal to c by a, that is minus 8, and the product of the roots alpha beta gamma, that is minus d by a, that is minus 8. Now therefore alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square, that we have to find. So that is alpha plus beta plus gamma whole square minus 2 into alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So that will be equal to 0 square minus 2 into minus 8. So that is 2 at just 16. And we have to find 1 by alpha beta plus 1 by beta gamma plus 1 by gamma alpha. So that is, so if we take the LCM here, that is alpha beta gamma, and in the numerator it will come gamma plus alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is 0 by minus 8, that is 0. So the answer is 16 and 0. So option D is the correct answer. So in any of the steps of the solution, if you are unable to understand or any other doubts if you are having, then please write us in the comment section. We shall clarify them in the subsequent live classes. So the complex number when represented in the Argand diagram is, so we will have to simplify this, minus root 3 plus 3i into 1 minus I divided by 3 plus root 3i into I into root 3 plus root 3i. So that is, so this will be minus root 3 plus, so this will be minus root 3 plus root 3i plus 3i minus 3i square. So this is minus 3 into minus 1 divided by 3i minus root 3 into root 3 plus root 3i. So actually here, this is minus root 3 plus root 3 plus 3i. So actually this we can write minus root 3 plus 3i into 1 minus I into this is by this is minus root 3 plus 3i into I can write root 3 into 1 plus I. So these two will get cancelled. So this will be 1 minus I into 1 minus I divided by root 3 into 1 square minus I square. So this will be 1 minus I whole square divided by root 3 into 1 minus of minus 1, that is plus 1. So that is 2 root 3. So this is 1 plus I square minus 2I divided by 2 root 3. So that is I 1 plus I square, this is minus 1, that will cancel out. So this is minus 2I by 2 root 3, that is minus I by root 3. So minus I by root 3 means, so in the argand plane the point will be, so this we can write 0 minus 0 plus minus 1 by root 3 into I. So here the real part is 0 and the imaginary part is minus 1 by root 3. So this point we have to plot in the argand plane. So this will be on the negative y-axis, 0 comma minus 1 by root 3. So on the y-axis it will come. So option C is the correct answer. Then it is told that if 2x that is equal to minus 1 plus root 3i, then the value of 1 minus x square plus x whole power 6 minus 1 minus x plus x square whole power 6, that is how much? So now from here we can say x will be equal to minus 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 into I. 3 by 2 into I. So therefore x we can write it as, if we write it in the polar form, then this will be cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sine 2 pi by 3. So which is equal to omega square, which is one of the cube roots of unity. The cube roots of unity are 1 omega and omega square. So this is the third cube root of unity. Now therefore we know that omega cube that is equal to 1 and also omega power 6 that is also equal to 1. So now therefore here we have to find 1 minus, so x is equal to omega actually here. So x is equal to omega square, so I can write 1 minus omega square whole square plus omega square, and omega power 4 that is equal to omega. So whole power 6 minus 1 minus, and here also we can say 1 plus omega square, that is equal to 0. Okay, so this will be 1 minus omega square plus omega power 4 power 6, that is equal to how much? So this will be 1 plus omega square minus omega power 4 whole power 6 minus, this is 1 minus omega square plus omega whole power 6. So this will be 1 plus omega square, we can write it as 1 plus omega square will be minus omega. So this will be minus omega, and this is also minus omega whole power 6 minus, this is 1 plus omega, that is omega square. 1 plus omega is omega square, so this is minus omega square actually, minus omega square whole power 6. So this is minus 2 omega whole power 6 minus of minus 2 omega square whole power 6. So this will be 2 power 6, that is 8 is 64 omega power 6, then minus of 2 power 6, that is 64 omega power 12. So this will be 1 actually, 64 minus 64, that is equal to 0. So option D is the correct answer. Then it is being told to find the modulus of the amplitude of modulus and amplitude of this. It should not be of, it should be and. Modulus and amplitude. So 1 plus I root 3 power 8. So from here the modulus of z. So first we can write z. This is equal to we can take 2 as common. This will be 2 into 1 half plus I root 3 by 2 whole power 8. So z will be equal to 2 into, this is cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3 whole power 8. So this also you can write 2 into e power I pi by 3 whole power 8. This is the Euler form. This is the Euler form. Since we know that cos theta plus I sin theta, that can be written as e power I theta, which is called as the Euler form. So this will be 2 e power I 8 pi by 3, so which is more than 2 pi by 3. So therefore z can be written as, so this is actually 2 power 8 also. 2 power 8 also will come here. Okay. So 2 power 8 is 8 is just 64. So 64. Sorry, 2 power 8. 2 power 8, that is 2 power 6 is 64. So this is 2 power 4 is 16. 16 square, that is 256. So 256 e power I into this, I can write 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. 2 pi plus theta is cos 2 pi plus theta is same as cos theta. So this will be 256 into e power I 2 pi by 3. So which is 256. I can write 256 into cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. So therefore the argument is 2 pi by 3, or the amplitude of z is 2 pi by 3, and the modulus of z is 256. Okay, so it means that option B is the correct answer. Then it is told that the conjugate of the complex number we have to find the conjugate of this complex number, which is 1 plus I square divided by 1 plus I square divided by 1 minus I. So this will be equal to 1 square plus I square plus 2I divided by 1 minus I. So this is 1 minus 1, that will cancel. That is 2I by 1 minus I. So this is 2I by, this is 1 square minus I square into 1 plus I can write. So if we multiply and divide this by 1 minus 1 plus I actually, then we will get this. So this will be 1 plus 1, that is 2. So 2 and 2 will cancel out. This is I into this. So this is I minus I plus I square, that is I minus 1. So this is minus 1 plus I. This is z. So therefore the conjugate of z, that is equal to minus 1 minus I. So option D is the correct answer. Then it is told to find the imaginary part of I power I. So now I, we know that can be written as cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2, which is equal to, since sin pi by 2 is 1, cos pi by 2 is 0. So this can be written as e power I pi by 2 in the Euler form. So this can be written as e power I pi by 2 whole power I. So this can be written as e power I square pi by 2. So it is I square is -1, so this is e power minus pi by 2, which is a real number. So therefore I power I, which is equal to e power minus pi by 2 plus 0 into I. Since why e power minus pi by 2 is a real number, since it is 1 by e power pi by 2, which is a real number. So therefore the imaginary part of z, imaginary part of I power I, that is 0. So option A is the correct answer. So in any of the steps, if you are unable to understand, then please write us in the comment section. We'll clarify them. So then we have to find the amplitude of this. So 1 plus I whole power 5. From here, we can take root 2 as common. Then this will be root 2 into 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2. Whole power 5. So this will be 2 power 5 by 2 into this is cos pi by 4 plus I sin pi by 4 whole power 5. So this will be 2 power 5 by 2 into e power I pi by 4 whole power 5. So this is 2 power 5 by 2 means 2 power 5 by 2 means this is 2 plus half. So this is 4 root 2 actually. 4 root 2 e power I 5 pi by 4, but 5 pi by 4, okay. So we know that the principal argument or the amplitude of z, it goes from minus pi to pi. So it should not be more than pi. So we can write it as 4 root 2 into so 5 pi by 4, that is same as so 5 pi by 4 is more than pi, or we can write it as 5 pi by 4, we can write it in the negative sense, that is minus of pi minus this part, which is pi by 4, minus of pi minus pi by 4. So that is minus of 3 pi by 4. So therefore this is 4 root 2 e power minus I 3 pi by 4. So therefore the amplitude of z, that is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. Since then only it will come within the range of the amplitude of z. So option B is the correct answer. Then it is told if 1 omega and omega square are the cube roots of unity, then 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square into 1 plus omega power 4 into 1 plus omega power 8, that is equal to how much? Okay, so 1 plus omega can be written as, we know that 1 plus omega square, that is equal to 0. So therefore 1 plus omega can be written as minus of omega square, and 1 plus omega square can be written as minus omega, and omega cube, that is equal to 1. So it means that omega power 4, that is equal to omega cube into omega, that is equal to omega, and omega power 8, that is equal to omega power 6 into omega square. Now omega power 6 also will be 1 into omega square, which is omega square. So this can be written as 1 plus omega into 1 plus omega square into this is 1 plus omega into this is 1 plus omega square. So it means it is 1 plus omega whole square into 1 plus omega square whole square. So 1 plus omega can be written as minus omega square whole square into this is minus omega whole square. So this will be omega power 4 into this is omega square. So this is omega power 6, that is equal to 1. So this expression is equal to 1. So option A is the correct answer. Now it is told that alpha is a complex number satisfying the equation alpha square plus alpha plus 1 equal to 0. So it means that alpha is equal to omega actually, which is the cube root of unity. Cube root of unity. Since we know that 1 plus omega square is 1 is equal to 0. Now therefore alpha power 31, it means it is omega power 31. So this we can write omega power 30 into omega. So omega power 30 means it is omega power 3 whole power 10 into omega. Now omega power 3, that is 1. So 1 power 10 into omega, that is omega. So it is alpha. So option C is the correct answer. Then it is told that if z is a complex number such that z is equal to minus of z bar, it means that z plus z bar, that is equal to 0. Now we know that real part of z, how to find real part of z is z plus z bar divided by 2. Z plus z bar divided by 2. So now since this is 0, so it means 0 by 2, that is 0. So it means that real part of z is 0. It means that z is purely imaginary. So it means that z is purely imaginary. Purely imaginary. It means there is no real part of z. So option D is the correct answer. Then we have to find the value of this, which is summation k equals to 1 to 6 sine of 2k pi by 7 minus I cos 2k pi by 7. Its value we have to find. So if we multiply by I and divide by I, suppose if we multiply and divide by I, then we will get 1 by I, and this I we can multiply inside, then it will be summation k equals to 1 to 6 into this will be so minus I square means 1, minus of I square, that is minus of minus 1, that is equal to 1. So this will be cos 2k pi by 7 plus I sine 2k pi by 7. So this will be 1 by I into summation k equals to 1 to 6. So this we can write it as e power I 2k pi by 7. 2k pi by 7. Since why? Since we know that cos theta plus I sine theta, that can be written as e power I theta, which is called as the Euler form or the Euler form of writing a complex number. So this will be 1 by I into this is, so if we put 1, so if we consider it as r, suppose, so let r be equal to e power I 2k pi by 7. So that is equal to, so if we put k equal to 1, that will be I equal to, suppose, I 2 pi by 7. Then this is r, and 2 if I put, then that is r square plus r cube plus it is still r power 6. Okay, so from here we can write r, we can take r as common, so r by I into into this is so 6 terms are there, so this will be r power 6 minus 1 by r minus 1. So now r power 7, that will be equal to e power I 2 pi, which is cos 2 pi plus I sin 2 pi. Cos 2 pi is 1, sin 2 pi is 0, so that is 1. So this will be r power 7 minus r by I into r minus 1. So this will be 1, so 1 minus r, so we can write minus of r minus 1 by I into r minus 1. So r minus 1 will cancel. So this is minus 1, which is I square by I which is equal to I. So I is the answer. So option C is the correct answer, which is I. So now we have to find the real root of the equation, this x cube minus 6x plus 9, that is equal to 0. Now here we can see that real root x cube minus 6x plus 9, that is equal to 0. So we can check the options. So for x equal to 6, so actually x equal to minus 3 we can check. We have minus 3 whole cube minus 6 into minus 3 plus 9, so that will be minus 27 plus 6 3 is 18 plus 9. So 18 plus 9, that is 27. So minus 27 plus 27, that is equal to 0. So therefore x equal to minus 3 is the real root. Is the real root of the equation. Okay, so option B is the correct answer. Then here it is told if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then alpha power 16 plus beta power 16 is how much? So we know that x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 if we have. Wait, so in the previous question actually we have to find the root. So x cube minus 6x plus 9, that is equal to 0. So here so if we put minus 3 omega as x, then we get minus 3 omega whole cube minus 6 into minus 3 omega. If we put 1, then 1 plus 9, okay, that is not 0. Okay. Omega plus 9, that is equal to minus 27 omega cube. Okay, so no, that is we cannot put. Okay, so minus 3 is the real root here. Okay, so then here x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. So here we know that omega and omega square are the roots. Omega and omega square are the roots of this equation. Since we know that omega plus omega square plus 1, that is equal to 0, and also if we put omega square, then omega power 4 plus omega square plus 1, that is also equal to 0. Since omega power 4 is same as omega only. Now therefore we have to find alpha power 16 plus beta power 16. It means that we can take alpha as omega and beta as omega square. So therefore this will be equal to omega power 16 plus omega square whole power 16. So that will be omega power 16 plus omega power 32. So this will be omega power 15 into omega plus this is omega power 30 into omega square. So omega power 15 is same as 1 only, since omega cube is 1. Omega cube, that is 1. So 1 into omega plus this is also 1 into omega square. So that is omega plus omega square. So from here we can see omega plus omega square will be equal to minus 1. So this answer is minus 1. So option D is the correct answer. Then here the complex number 1 plus 2i divided by 1 minus I lies in which quadrant? That we have to find. So here we have to okay, then here we have to find the complex number lies in which quadrant. So this we can multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator, which is 1 plus I. We have to multiply and divide by the conjugate of the denominator. So that is 1 plus I, then plus 2I plus 2I square, divided by 1 square minus I square. So that is 1 minus of minus 1, that is 2. So this is 1, so this is equal to 1 minus 2 plus 3I divided by 2. So that is minus 1 plus 3I divided by 2. So that is minus 1 half plus 3 by 2I. So therefore we have to plot the point minus half comma 3 by 2 on the Argand plane. So the point, so therefore the point minus half comma 3 by 2 on the Argand plane lies in which quadrant? It lies in, so minus plus is in the second quadrant, lies in the second quadrant. So therefore option C is the correct answer. Then here it is told that if the point P is the point in the Argand diagram, is the point in the Argand diagram corresponding to the complex number root 3 plus I, so it means that the point P is lying in the first quadrant. Its coordinates are root 3 comma 1. And if OPQ is an isosceles right angled triangle, OPQ is an isosceles right angled triangle, right angled at the point O. Okay, then Q represents the complex number. Okay, so it means the point Q can lie here also, or the point Q can lie here also. This can be the point Q, or this can be the point Q. Since this is a right angle, it is told that it is right angled at the point O. So now therefore this is right angle, this is right angle, so therefore it is an isosceles right angle triangle. So these two sides are also equal, OP equal to OQ. These two sides are equal also. These two sides are equal. So it means that this is right angle, so this is opposite. So this will be actually the image of the point P on about the x-axis. So this will be root 3 comma minus 1, and this will be here, the y coordinate will be the same, the x coordinate will become negative, that is minus root 3 comma 1. So therefore the point Q can represent the complex number minus root 3 plus I or root 3 minus I. This is root 3 plus I. Plus 1, this can be root 3 minus 1, so this can be root 3 isosceles right angle triangle, right angled at the point O. So it can be root 3 minus I, or it can be minus root 3 plus I. So these are the options. So option A is the correct answer. It is partially correct actually, only root 3 minus I is there. So here if I suppose that the point Q is suppose A comma B, then the slope of OP into slope of OP should be equal to -1. Means that 1 by root 3, this is the slope of OP. We know that this will be 30 degree. This is root 3 units. This is 1. This is 30 degree. So this should be 60 degree. And this should be 30 plus 90. This is 120 degree. So therefore the modulus of the point P, Z of P, that should be equal to the modulus of the complex number Q, which is equal to square root of root 3 whole square plus 1 square, that is 2. So the complex number Q, that should be equal to 2 into, and the argument can be either minus 60 degree or plus 120 degree. So it can be 2 e power minus pi by 3, or it can be 2 e power I 2 pi by 3. So therefore the complex number Q, that can be 2 cos pi by 3 minus I sin pi by 3, that is equal to 2 into cos pi by 3 is half minus I sin pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. So that it can be 1 minus I root 3. So this is wrong actually. So this can be 1 minus I root 3, or the complex number Q, that can be 1 minus I root 3, or ZQ, that can be 2 e power I 2 pi by 3, which is 2 into cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3. So that will be 2 into minus half plus I into root 3 by 2. So that is minus 1 plus I root 3. So therefore the complex number Q, that can be equal to, that can be minus 1 plus I root 3, or it can be 1 minus I root 3. So it means option C is the correct answer. So A is not the correct. Option C is the correct answer. And then here it is told the smallest positive integral value of n such that this is purely imaginary. So if we multiply by I and divide by I, then it will be I into, so I plus, it will be I sin pi by 8, or actually sorry, this we can write it as, so here actually we can write 1 plus sine theta, that can be written as, this can be written as sine square theta by 2 plus cos square theta by 2 plus plus 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. So this can be written as sine theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2 whole square. So 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta. Suppose if we have like this, then here the modulus of z, so if I tell z is this, then modulus of z will be square root of 1 plus sine theta whole square plus cos theta cos square theta. So that will be square root of 1 square plus sine square theta plus 2 sine theta plus cos square theta. So this will be sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1, so this is 2 plus 2 sine theta. So this will be square root of 2 into 1 plus sine theta. Now 1 plus sine theta can be written as 2 into this will be sine theta plus cos theta by 2 whole square. So this will be root 2 into mod of sine theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2. This can be written as mod z. Mod z will be this. So now therefore here so therefore in the numerator and then the denominator, now it should be purely imaginary. Okay, suppose if we solve it like this, so this is 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta divided by 1 plus sine theta minus I cos theta whole power n, where theta we are taking it as where theta is pi by 8. So then this can be written as 1 plus sine theta plus I sine theta whole square and whole power 2n divided by this will be 1 plus sine theta whole square minus cos square theta whole power n. So this will be sorry this is cos theta. So this can be written as 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta whole power 2n divided by this will be 1 plus sine square theta. So this is 1 plus sine square theta plus 2 sine theta minus cos square theta whole power n. So this will be 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta whole power 2n divided by this will be cos square theta. So 1 minus cos square theta is sine square theta. So this is 2 sine square theta minus 2 sine theta. This is whole power n. So this will be 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta whole power 2n divided by this is 2 power n into sine power n theta into 1 minus sine theta whole power n. So this should be purely imaginary. Now sine pi by 8 is obviously less than 1. So the denominator cannot be 0. Now so cos theta I can write 1 minus 2 sine square theta by 2. Now therefore let's say this is z. Now therefore this z can be written as so therefore the magnitude, so this magnitude of z1, suppose if I take z1 as 1 plus sine theta plus I cos theta, then that is square root of 1 plus sine theta whole square plus cos square theta. So that is equal to 1 plus sine square theta plus 2 sine theta plus cos square theta. So that is square root of 2 into 1 plus sine theta. This is since sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So 2 into 1 plus sine theta, that can be written as, so this will be, so if I take 2 here, purely imaginary, so this will be 2 into, this is sine theta by 2 plus cos theta by 2 whole square. So this will be root 2 over 2 into sine theta by 2 and plus cos theta by 2. So mod of z1. So z1, okay, but suppose there is something mistake here. Now this sine theta plus I cos theta. Suppose if I take this is z1, then this will be, if I multiply by I into z1, that will be I sine theta minus cos theta. So I z1, that is minus of cos theta minus I sine theta. So that can be written as minus of e power I power minus I theta. I z1. So I z1, that is I square into e power minus I theta, which is, so I will cancel, so z1 is I e power minus I theta. So therefore z1, that can be written as I is e power I pi by 2, then into e power minus I theta. So this will be, z1 will be equal to e power I pi by 2 minus theta, z1. And suppose if I tell sine theta minus I cos theta, suppose this is z2, then I z2, that can be written as cos theta plus I sin theta. So therefore I z2, that is equal to e power I theta. So therefore z2 equal to 1 by I, that is e power minus I pi by 2 okay. So 1 is I power 4, so I cube is minus I into e power I theta. So this is e power I theta minus pi by 2. So this is z2. So this is equal to actually minus of z1. So therefore this can be written as 1 plus z1 by 1 minus z1 whole power n. Yes. So this will be, so I can write 1 plus z1 whole power 2n divided by 1 square minus z1 square. Sorry. So this will be 1 by 1 minus z1 . So therefore z1 here, that is e power I pi by 2 minus theta. So that is pi by 8 for theta equal to pi by 8. Since here theta is pi by 8. So therefore z1 is equal to e power I, this is 4 pi by 8, that is 3 pi by 8, I 3 pi by 8. So it is e power I pi by 8 whole cube. Okay, so therefore here we have to find, that is 1 plus e power I 3 pi by 8 by 1 minus e power I 3 pi by 8. So that is whole power n, this is. Okay. How? Okay, so we shall solve the next question. Suppose if a minus a and b are the roots of this x cube minus 5x square minus x plus 5, that is equal to 0, then b is the root of what? Okay, so here the sum of the roots sum of the roots, that is a plus minus a plus b, that is equal to minus 5. That is minus of minus 5, that is minus b by a, that is 5. So b is equal to 5. So 5 is a root of which of the equations? So from here, so in the first option we have, that is, if we factorize it, then we have 5 is 10. Okay, we cannot factorize it. And in the option B we can write 2 tens are 20, 4 fives are 20. No. So we can, in this option C we can write 6 fives are 30, 3 tens are 30. No. Option D we can write 2 fives are 10. So it is x minus 5 into x plus 2, that is equal to 0. So x equal to 5 is one of the root here. So option D is the correct answer. So here b is 5, so 5 is a root of this equation, which is x cube x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. Now the least positive integer n, for which this 1 plus I whole power n divided by 1 minus I whole power n minus 2 is positive, that is how much? So this 1 plus I by 1 minus I whole power n we can write by 1 minus I whole square. Sorry, it should be 1 minus I 1 by 1 minus I whole power minus 2, that should be greater than 0. So it means that 1 plus I into 1 plus I by 1 minus I into 1 plus I whole power n into this will be 1 minus I whole power 2, that should be greater than 0. So this will be, we can write 1 plus I whole power n whole power 2n divided by, this is 1 minus I square, so 1 plus 1 whole power n into 1 plus 1 minus I whole power 2, that is greater than 0. So this is 1 plus I whole power 2n divided by 1 plus 1, which is 2 power n into 1 minus I whole power 2, that is greater than 0. So if I take, so this will be, I can write 1 plus I into 1 minus I whole square into 1 plus I whole power 2n minus 2 by 2 power n, that is greater than 0. Now this will be, this is 1 plus I into 1 minus I, that is 1 minus I square, which is 2 power 2 divided by 2 power n to 1 plus I whole power 2n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. So it means that there we can write 1 plus I whole power 2n minus 2 divided by 2 power n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. Should be greater than 0. So now 2 power n minus 2, that is always greater than 6, 0 only. So therefore 1 plus I whole power 2n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. So now 1 plus I, that can be written as 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta whole power 2n minus 2 greater than 0. 1 plus cos theta. So this is cos square theta by 2 plus this is I sin 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. So this will be 2 power whole power 2 n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. So from here 2 cos theta by 2 I can take as common, whole power 2 n minus 2 into this will be cos theta by 2 plus I sin theta by 2 whole power 2 n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. So this will be 2 power cos theta by 2 cos theta by 2 whole power 2 n minus 2. This will be greater than 0 only, into this is e power I theta by 2 into 2n minus 2, should be greater than 0. It means that now I is e power I pi by 2, it is cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. So here theta is pi by 2 actually, theta should be pi by 2. So this is 2 cos pi by 4 power 2n minus 2 into e power I pi by 4 into 2n minus 2, that should be greater than 0. Means that this should be real. Pi by 4 into 2n minus 2, that should be equal to 2n pi. 2m pi actually. Means that 2m pi. It means 2n minus 2 pi will cancel. That should be of the form 8m. The form 8m. So 2m should be of the form 8m plus 2, or m should be of the form 4m plus 1. Means n should be of the form 4n plus 1. Means the least value of n should be 1. So the least value of n is 1. The least value n equal to 1. Now here we know that sine theta, that is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So therefore sine pi by 8 can be written as cos pi by 2 minus pi by 8. So that is cos pi by 8, that is 3 pi by 8. So therefore 1 plus cos theta plus I sin theta, that can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2 plus this is I sin theta. So this is 2 into sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. This we can write it as 2 cos theta by 2 I can take as common, 2 cos theta by 2 plus I sin theta by 2. So therefore this 1 plus sin theta by 2 sin pi by 8 plus I cos pi by 8 whole power n divided by 1 plus sin pi by 8 plus I cos pi by 8 whole power n. This can be written as 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8 plus I sin 3 pi by 8 divided by 1 plus cos 3 pi by 8 minus I sin 3 pi by 8 whole power n. This will be, you can write 2 cos 3 pi by 16 theta by 2, that is 3 pi by 16, into this will be e power I 3 pi by 16 whole power n. This is also whole power n divided by this is 2 cos 3 pi by 16 whole power n into this is e power minus I 3 pi by 16. Similar way minus I sin 3 pi by 16 power n. So these two will get cancelled and this will be e power I. So this is I 3 pi by 8 whole power n. Now therefore 3n pi by 8, 3n pi by 8 should be of the form 3n pi by 8, that should be of the form 2m pi. It means that pi will cancel, so it means that 3n that should be equal to 16m in this form. So n should be equal to of the form 16m by 3. Purely imaginary, so this should be of the form 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Okay, sorry, it's wrong. So now therefore if this is purely imaginary, then the argument, which is 3n pi by 8, that should be of the form 2m plus 1 pi by 2. And cos theta should be 0. Okay. Therefore 3n pi by 8 should be equal to of the form 2m plus 1 pi by 2. So 2 4 is 8. Therefore n, now here pi and pi will cancel, so n should be of the form 2m plus 1 into 4 by 3. So now if I take m equal to 0, then so n should be integer. It is told n should be a positive integer. So now if I take m as 0, then it will not come integer. So if I take m as 1, then n will be equal to 3 into 4 by 3, which is equal to 4. So n should be equal to 4. So option C is the correct answer. Okay, then it is told that if x plus iy that is equal to minus 1 plus I root 3 1 plus I root 3 whole power 1010, then x will be equal to how much? So this can be written as x plus I of y, that is from here we can take 2 as common, so 2 into we can write minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2 whole power 2010 whole power 2010. So this x plus iy that will be equal to 2 power 2010 into this will be cos 2 pi by 3 plus I sin 2 pi by 3, so it is e power I 2 pi by 3 whole power 2010. So this will be x plus iy that is equal to 2 power 2010 into this is x, so this is actually omega square, this is omega square, this is omega square whole power 2010, this will be 2010, sorry, 2 power 2010 2 power 2010 into this will be omega power 4020. So this will be equal to 2000 2 power 2010 into omega cube whole power 3 1s are 3 3 3s are 9 3 4s are 12 0. So this will be 1, so this is 2010 only. It's 2 power 2010. So x plus iy I can write it as 2010 plus 0 into I. So therefore x is 2 power 2010 and y is 0. So this is completely real. Option A is the correct answer. Then here it is told if alpha, beta and gamma are the roots of this, then the value of this is how much? Okay. So alpha, beta and gamma are the roots of the equation x cube plus 0x minus 2x, 0x square minus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. So therefore sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma that is 0. So therefore here it is asked to find the summation of alpha plus beta minus gamma. So therefore that is equal to actually 1 by alpha plus beta minus gamma plus 1 by beta plus gamma minus alpha plus 1 by gamma plus alpha minus beta. So that will be, so alpha plus beta I can write that is minus gamma. Similarly you can say beta plus gamma that is minus alpha, and gamma plus alpha is minus beta. So this we can write it as 1 by minus 2 gamma plus 1 by minus 2 alpha plus this is 1 by minus 2 beta. So this will be minus half into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma. So this will be minus half of, we can take the LCM, this will be alpha beta gamma into, and in the numerator it will come alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. So now from here we can say that alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha that will be equal to the coefficient of x which is minus 2 which is c by a, and the product of the roots which is alpha beta gamma that is minus d by a which is minus 1. So therefore this will be minus 1 by 2 into minus 2 by minus 1. So minus minus will cancel, this will be 2 and 2 will cancel, that is minus 1. So option B is the correct answer. So here we shall end our live class. Hope you have understood the concepts, all the solutions, and if you have any difficulty in understanding in any of the steps of the solution or any other doubts you're having, then please write us in the comments section. We shall clarify them in the subsequent live classes. So thank you everyone